Welcome into episode number 135 of The Voice Behind the Voice. I'm Sean Aronson, the TV and radio broadcaster for the St. Paul Saints, an independent minor league baseball team in the Twin Cities. I hope everyone had an enjoyable, a relaxing, a hearty, a gluttonous Thanksgiving. This is the second year that I didn't go home to California. It has become just too much of a hassle to travel home. Usually I would travel on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, come back on Saturday, but you'd leave late Tuesday. So it was basically Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then leave on Saturday. It just became too much of a hassle to fly into LAX, drive what would equate to be 35, 40 miles that would take you, and I'm not kidding when I say this, 2.5 to 3 hours after you left the airport, and then 3 days later leave to go home. It's just too much in too short of a time, and for the cost of what they get for flights during Thanksgiving, it really was a pain. So for the second year in a row, I did not go home, stayed in town, had Thanksgiving here in town, was 100% good with that, and probably for the foreseeable future, unless something, odd or crazy or weird happens, probably will continue to do that. Now, for the end of the year, different story. I go home. We shut the offices down from Christmas to New Year's. I've already booked my flight. I'll go home for about 6 or 7 days, and I think it was the Friday before Thanksgiving. It's great. Or, I'm sorry, Christmas. Friday before Christmas. It's great. I think Christmas falls on a Monday this year, Monday, Tuesday, I think something like that. So it's great that you get that weekend before Christmas to go home. So the office is closed a little bit longer this year. So I'll go home for that, spend time with the family, do all that sort of thing. But, Thanksgiving, I'm getting too old to do it, to do all that traveling. I can't do it anymore. So again, hope it was nice and enjoyable for everybody else. Now becomes the sprint to the finish of the end of the year. You start with I don't know many people that do Black Friday shopping. Like most of the people I know shop online now. Like they don't race to the stores to get the deals. Everybody I know shops online. So it's really now the sprint to the finish to do all your holiday shopping, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Do it now until the holiday time comes. Although Hanukkah's early this year. Hanukkah, I think the first night is like the 2nd of December, so it's right around the corner. But so hopefully you get that out of the way soon and can enjoy the rest of the month of December. With all that said, let's get to episode number 135. It is Brendan Batchelor of the Vancouver Canucks. Young guy, and I actually did 2 or 3 interviews within the course of a week that you'll hear played out over the next few weeks here with young guys in the broadcasting profession. It's incredible, and I talked to them about perhaps the turn or the evolution of the younger broadcaster now in that role. Of course, I sat down with Joe Davis a couple of months ago. He's a young guy. I've sat down with Alex Faust of the LA Kings. He's a young guy. Brendan's a young guy. Have an interview in the next week or 2 with another young guy. I never like to reveal who they are until they come out. But guys that are younger in these roles with these professional teams or with the national broadcasting networks. And so it's interesting to get those perspectives. Brendan has a great story as well about growing up, not just playing hockey, but being a referee for the better part of 10 or so years, and some interesting stories that he has when he was a referee for hockey, and just some of the things he had to deal with, especially with the parents. So, again, enjoyable as always. Sat down in the bar area at the hotel where the visiting teams stay at. So for the first half hour of this talk, pretty quiet, and then you can hear as the bartender starts to get ready for the 4 o'clock bar rush at the hotel. You can start to hear in the background her moving things around and getting the glasses ready and all that, but nothing you haven't heard before. If you have not subscribed to the podcast, you can do so on iTunes or wherever you get your podcast. Again, be sure to rate it. If you're looking to get me a gift for the holiday season, make it a 5-star rating for the podcast. You can also follow us on social media on Twitter at The Voice BTV, Facebook, facebook.com/TheVoiceBTV, and you can always email me, thevoicebtv@gmail.com. All right, let's get to it. Episode number 135 with Brendan Batchelor of the Vancouver Canucks. JW, I'm thankful for you. Roll the open.
I can remember refereeing a game where I'd called a penalty that one team didn't like, and I looked behind the net, and the dad gives me the middle finger. And at that point, at least in the leagues that I refereed in, you had the power as the referee to eject fans from the arena. So I said, okay, you can get out now, and I'm not starting the game until you leave. And